Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to prepare for the new Battleglide 4.0 update. The new update is supposed to drop on December 18th, so we only have about 2 weeks left to prepare. And this video is just perfect because I'll be showing you guys everything you will need to know to be able to prepare for the new Battleglide update. I'll be showing you guys how to properly prepare in this video. I'll be going over all the best settings that you guys will need to know to have the best experience. I'll be showing you ways around so you know where to go and be able to not get lost super easily. But enough yapping, let's get into today's video. Like and subscribe, let's get into it. Okay, so for the first thing to prepare for the new Battleglide 4.0 update is unlocking everything. What I mean by unlocking everything is getting all the weapons, melees, pistols, rifles, and all the powers. Now, if you just started, you probably do not have obviously anything in the game. But if you're a well-experienced player, I'm sure you've already unlocked everything. But for the new players, it really does not take long at all to get everything. There's just a few quests that you have to do that do take a lot of time and some accuracy. But once you get that, it's no problem. Why you want to unlock everything is because you just want to have the best time you can when you first start out in the game and be able to just have the best time when multiplayer comes out. The second thing to prepare for is being able to complete all the missions pretty easily. Now, most of these tips are mainly just for like games so much easier for you, because completing the game pretty easily, you're just gonna have a pretty good time doing it. Then you will get so good to where you just want to try and speedrun it. What the heck is wrong with my controllers? They keep on disconnecting. But if you want to know where all the missions are and you don't really know where, just go on your map and then they will be located around here. These like S and S are the stealth missions, and then the red ones are construction sites. This one is your room. You just click on it and go to location. This one is the warehouse. This is where tutorial is. I do not recommend doing it or the warehouse unless you just want to do a bunch of waves and stuff. It's kind of like a horde rush kind of game. It actually is really fun. But the first construction site is around here. You're going to come in the back. You're going to want to come in the back of the city around over here. And this will be the first stealth mission you will want to go to. And they are a really fun way to play the game. I love doing it. I can have a really good time just having some fun playing. I just really like how these missions feel, or rather from the stealth missions, because the stealth missions you have to be... My controller, dude. The stealth missions you have to be really strategic and stuff. But the construction site ones, you really can just go all at it. Oh, that's a back crack. Dude, my gun keeps on, like, my controllers keep on freezing. But yeah, the construction sites are a really fun way to just fight crime. And I really do love them more than the stealth missions, just because it's a more compact, it's kind of like a more wave type game. And I really do like it. You can't really earn much in the construction sites. If you're willing to do the challenges, you can't really earn much rewards in the construction sites, other from getting a bunch of kills that you need for the challenges. But they don't reward specific things like the stealth missions do. If you want to do the bank stealth mission, you're going to want to come over here, around towards the middle-ish of the map, where your room is. You want to go straight down, which your room building is going to be right there. You just want to go right over there, and then you will be able to get on the stealth mission. We're going to do Gunslinger because I really like it. So for the stealth missions, you have a bunch of infrared sensors of people here. And you can see, you have to fight all of them without anybody finding out. Okay, everybody just found out I was here. Go. Where are these people? Why can't I go over here? Oh, he's over here again. I do not know what is wrong with my dang controllers. I don't know why they keep on disconnecting like that. I did pretty bad on this stealth mission though. Almost every single person noticed me, which kind of sucks, but the stealth missions are really good for if you want to strategize and be able to secretly kill people. The construction sites, once you kill one person, almost everybody knows you're there, and it's kind of not like this strategetic thing, because it's also out in the open and stuff, so you're not going to be able to like secretly get kills. Probably once you first start, like the construction site, you maybe be able to get like a few secret kills, but most likely they're all just gonna find out. So if you're just wanting more action where everybody's fighting and stuff, I would recommend you go to the construction sites like these. I do love them at nighttime though. I can just secretly pull them up like this. And see how they just all noticed? I don't even understand how this guy did, but he's gonna die now because he deserves to. So unless you really like stealth mission type ones, I would recommend you do the stealth missions, obviously. If you like more action-packed ones, I would recommend you do the construction site ones. But you really don't need to do that to prepare for the game. It's just something you can do for fun to learn how to fight and stuff, because if you're going to be playing multiplayer, a lot of your friends and stuff, and whoever you're going to play with, they're going to try and kill you. So if you can be the best person to fight them, you probably won't ever lose a fight. I just love going and constantly fighting and stuff because it makes me get more prepared for when I'm playing multiplayer. I can just easily kill all my friends and stuff, and it will be so much fun. For the fourth thing to prepare for is being able to know your ways around the map. Being able to know your way around the map will be so much easier to be able to get to places easier and stuff, and I know my entire way around the map, so I'm completely fine. Like being able to properly find a bunch of fights like this on the street will be so much easier if you know your way around the map, because there's certain areas where these people will spawn and they're not always in the same area. Oh, those are cops. Whoops. But yeah, there's a bunch of little criminal fights and stuff for you to be able to fight too. They're pretty luck-based, but if you would like to find the random fight scenes I just saw, you go around the cul-de-sacs like just like this. You have to put your difficulty to especially medium, and then you will find so many of these crime fighting areas here. So this is why it's important to know your way around the map, because if you're just wandering around, you're obviously going to find stuff, but you can find certain areas and you'll be able to remember them to go back to those crime fights. Like here is potentially where one can spawn. All of these intersections, they can have one of those criminal fights spawn. But if you're looking for the criminal fights with the vans, I would recommend you go a little bit more on the outside, because I have found out that it's the best chances for them to spawn. I always see them spawning, and they always either turn right or left out on this intersection right here. They always go on the outside of these roads. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's just some kind of bug, but they always spawn on the outside, or at least more on the outside, because they can spawn anywhere. I just found out that there's easier for the big cul-de-sac fight to happen around in the middle of the city, and then the moving van is happening around the outside. Exactly, like this is what I mean. This is actually more of a rare chance to find them outside of the map. But here is a moving van you can grab. Okay, I'm just gonna break through. But those are the criminal vans you can find. I got pretty lucky actually finding them in the inside. I don't know, there's just more, it's just easier to find the more cul-de-sac kind of fights in the middle, and then the moving van crime fights to happen on the around the outside around here. But if you want the building crime fights to happen, I recommend you come around over here. It is so important to know your way around the city, so you can find it much easier to find these kind of fights and stuff, and be able to get to stealth missions, and be able to just swing around and then find a bunch of routes you'd like. Building fights happen around on these buildings around here. So that's why it's pretty important for you to know your way around the city, so you can easily find the stealth missions, the construction sites, or just where to find the crime fights in general. Now the fifth tip to be able to prepare for the new Battleglide 4.0 update is to be able to actually know how to play the game. Because even though you probably won't know your ways around the map super easily, you probably won't know how to actually use the guns and stuff and the weapons. For the weapons, there is a spawn gun, and it looks like an absolutely normal gun. It looks like a suppressed pistol, but it's a spawn gun actually. And there's different settings you can have. You can have ally, which is on your side. So like if I were to spawn this guy won't ever fight me, because I made him an ally. And then there's also insane mode. You can just put any kind of settings you want. But being able to know your ways around the setting menu and stuff is a really, really good thing to be able to learn, because you can just select any gun you want like this, and you can just equip the silencer in this gear icon. Not the gear icon, the wrench icon. The gear icon's for settings. And a big, big thing for you to have the best experience on Battleglide possible is being able to have the best settings possible. For me, I feel like my settings are very easy and very easy to maneuver around and stuff. I don't have flipping on because I just found that a little bit difficult, and I might actually turn it on because it is a lot of fun being able to properly flip and stuff and do a lot of cool tricks. Settings, just screenshot each category and be able to copy it, and you'll have the best time possible. Here is for movement. I have enable smooth turn and acrobatics off. You can turn acrobatics on if you want. I just have it off because I feel like I accidentally start flipping in the air sometimes, and it kind of gets a little bit annoying. This stuff is really for your flipping and how you turn your head and your joysticks and stuff. The gameplay is where the main thing happens. Hold to grab is where you kind of hold down and then it'll grab it out there about like a second or two. I'm pretty sure because when I had that on, that's kind of what I had to do. And then for swing height assist, if I were to have this off, I'm like super far, so I'm just going to hit the ground right now. But if I were to turn it on and get like super high, we're gonna get like super low actually, like pretty far, I would hit the ground, but it kind of saves you a little bit. That wasn't really a good representation, but it mainly helps whenever you're getting a lot of speed. Kind of like this, like I would have touched the ground, but it saves you. It just pulls you up and it has a lot more elasticity. I don't even know how to say that word. And it gives a much better time to be able to swing around and not ruin your momentum and stuff. And then dodge slow motion is where whenever somebody shoots at you, it'll put the game in slow motion, so it's much easier for you to dodge the shots. But I really do not think you need that because it takes about 5 seconds for somebody to shoot a gun, and it tells you where the bullet is gonna go, so you can just get out of the way, and it's really easy to be able to dodge. And then for the rope pull sensitivity, I have high, so it pulls me super far. My rope elasticity, I think that's it. I have it on medium because when you have it on high, you're just gonna go super stretched. It's gonna ruin the entire height assist thing. And then my swing aim assist is at disabled because aim assist, when I have it on strong, it locks onto a building kind of like that. And then when I'm pulling away, it just locks on. So unless you're not really the best at web slinging, I would recommend you have this on so you can lock on the buildings. But once you get much better and can be able to aim, it'll get very annoying quick because you'll have a lot more like aim directions. But when you have it on, it's just going to get in the way of you web slinging on certain buildings. Like, I'm trying to aim at this building and it just locked on. It's super annoying sometimes. For the visuals, I have everything turned on. Crosshairs is the little crosshairs. This is for when you're really good at the game. But I just have it on for more of like a representation and stuff and be able to show you guys certain stuff and like point. Because if I were to just do this, you would never know where I'm pointing. But with it on, I can just point at certain stuff. And it's much easier to grab weapons and people and stuff. All of this stuff is really just like to make your game better. I have them all on for the best experience possible. My music volume's on 50 because the music is really nice, but sometimes it kind of gets in the way. And unless you just want to listen to some web slinging music, it's really fun. Superpowers, you can combo a bunch of them and then you press, I'm pretty sure you press Y, and then I can put everything in slow motion, but I'm not in slow motion. And I can pull this guy towards me and just yank him if I can. Hold on. And then watch this. He goes super far. It's really fun to use. Gravity punches is a really nice one. Everybody does move slower. But if you can oh shoot! What the heck? Oh my gosh, she's just flying now. I'm so sorry for you. But you can combo your superpowers and it is really fun to use if you can use all of them at once. Superpowers can be a really fun thing to use, but they also can get in the way of your gaming. So unless you really want superpowers turned on, you can have the best combos. I have another video linked in the description for the best superpower combos you can be. That is about it for today's video, and these are the 5 things to prepare for the new Battleglide update. I hope this video helped you, and if there was anything I missed, please let me know, and I will make a part 2 to this, and I will add everything you guys thought I missed into the video. I'm also trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, especially by Christmas time, so it would mean a lot if you would subscribe and be able to turn on your notifications, because I'm going to upload the second the update comes out. I will also be able to play with a lot of you guys when the update comes out. And for the people who do not know how to turn on beta mode, I will make a whole entire video on that after I post my new video for the beta. And I'll make a how-to video on how to get inside the beta and you will be able to play. I have a Discord server for the entire Battleglide community, so if you would like to join that, be sure to go in the description and it will be there with the video for the 5 superpower combos. So without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe. Peace out.